Brian Williams, HeatTV. I'm with coach Creon Raftopoulos after the Heat won 84-76 against the visiting Durham WildCats. Coach, it seemed to me we were kind of sleepwalking through the first half, and then obviously you said something to them in the second half, and we came out with a bit of renewed focus and determination. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I think we played a game where we were kind of like stuck in third gear for the whole game. You know, we managed maybe to step it up beginning of the third quarter because we talked about picking up our defensive intensity, which we did, built about 11-point, 12-point lead, and then lost our legs again. But, you know, I'm satisfied. I won't say the word happy because I'm not happy. I'm satisfied that we've got the win, which is important, but I'm not happy with our approach and our performance today.
So looking ahead, we've got Reading tomorrow. Obviously, I'm guessing you're going to want a bit more of a passionate and 100% performance against Reading.
Definitely, a lot of people would look at that game and see it as a formality, but you know, it's a cup game. Yep. You know, I think this month we're actually in FA Cup football fever, and you know, you look at the amount of top teams that have been Premiership teams, so to speak, have been knocked out of the FA Cup. So you know, upsets are possible. I think I overheard our announcer talking about the Glasgow game where Glasgow got an 11-point win against a Scottish First Division team, which gives an example. You know, Reading a lot higher level than that big team. Thomas Janauskas, the 7-footer that played here. Dan Carter, 6'7", out of Stony Brook University. You know, we got Loffink, another American, 6'6", 6'7", Canadian player. You know, so they're a big team, and we'll have to be at our best. So I think that's why I wasn't too thrilled that we had to exert so much energy in a game that we should have just taken easy control of.
And the other big news today is that Travis Holmes has played his last home game for the Heat, playing his last game tomorrow against Reading. I mean, presumably you'll be sad to see him go because he's made a real contribution.
Without a doubt, you know, it's been a weird time for me for a simple reason. You know, Travis is the one player that I tried to sign at the beginning of the season. You know, in the line of sports and so forth, you know, it's a balance of, you know, you got to do what's best for the team, and you've also got to have, you know, human morals and set. You know, Macklemore was playing great for us when before he went down injured, and obviously, you know, Travis has come in and, you know, taken off where Macklemore was, and so it's going to put a little bit more pressure on Macklemore when he comes back. But I knew what Travis was capable of doing. You know, Travis knew what the deal was coming in. That was for a short term. And, you know, he did a great job. He was very professional in his approach to practices, to games, and, you know, he contributed where we needed him to go. So I definitely will be sad to see him go, you know, and it's not good to look too far ahead, but I'm already, like, hoping that he and Chavis would somehow be able to, you know, draw them back come next season.
So, looking ahead, as I say, we've got Reading tomorrow, and then we've got 3 more games on the road in the BBL, some tough games coming up, and then 4 weeks today we got Newcastle Eagles, only visit to the Surrey Sports Park this season. I mean, obviously that's going to be a key game for us, along with Leicester on the road, the top 2 teams apart from ourselves in the BBL. So what are your thoughts?
I think a lot of the, you know, people BBL wise and so forth that have interviewed me all get a little irritated when I say I always just look at the next game, and you know, as far as being title and championship contenders, I said that I'd know exactly where we are once we've played all the teams. We still haven't played Cheshire Jets, so I think there's still we still need to see how we match up against them, because you know that could be 3 games in the bag, or it could be 3 tough games. But we got to go on the road and do our business, and that will take a lot more pressure off us when we do come to meet, obviously, an Eagles team that we know will be competing at the top of the league. And then, you know, anything can happen in between those months. So we'll take it 1 game at a time. But we know that when we next get our fans here, we'll need a good full house in order to compete with the Newcastle Eagles.